violence or no other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, so I was going to make this the headline, but I couldn't find any videos on it. So that pretty much tells me that they're trying to suppress this story. So anyways, this one is pretty crazy, but it's not something that's, against the norm. We see this pretty much all the time. But you got to be careful around these homeless super gremlins. So anyways, homeless California man accused of pushing homeless woman into moving train, killing her. So a 41-year-old transient man was arrested earlier this week after allegedly pushing a woman into an oncoming train. According to a press release from the Riverside Police Department on Monday, April 11th, at approximately 6:35 a.m., officers responded to the railroad tracks at Madison Street to a report of a woman struck by an oncoming train at the scene. The female victim was reportedly pronounced dead. According to police, Kevin Errol Lewis was found nearby and detained. Witnesses reportedly told police they saw Lewis push the woman into the path of the train. Upon further investigation, police say Lewis and the woman got into a verbal argument that became physical. From that, to me, it sounds like he might have asked her for some bread. She said nah. Then he nutted up and got physical. Lewis allegedly pushed her into the moving train during the fight, killing her. The victim's identity has not yet been confirmed. Lewis was reportedly booked into the Robert Presley Detention Center and charged with murder, domestic violence, and multiple outstanding warrants for the theft and narcotics violations. He remains held without bail, police say. So, shocking, he had other warrants. But this is a nasty dude. His mugshot is disgusting. It looked like he was drooling, all types of stuff, spit up. It's hard for me to look at, man, because it makes me want to go puke. But these are the types of dudes you got on these California streets, and obviously they're on demon time.
Guys were very bold, these suspects. There's a sign outside of the home saying there is surveillance, and there are cameras, a lot of lights as well.
What did I tell you guys about these super gremlins? What did I tell you? I've already told you, for one, cameras ain't finna stop no super gremlins. So when you see Piedmont Park putting in these cameras as if it were to deter the crime, it's not what it's gonna do, okay? Lights, super gremlins are not scared of lights, okay? They're not scared of lights. They will dome you in broad daylight. The only thing that these super gremlins are scared of or afraid of is baptism by fire, because these super gremlins are on demon time.
We'll go ahead and show you the neighborhood this happened, and here is a map. It was right around 11:15 last night here in the Hollywood Hills near Mulholland Drive and Pacific View Trail. And as I said, the home has lights, motion detectors, and cameras, and that did not deter the suspects, nor did the owner's dog. Now, this is the video of the suspect.
That's a weak ass dog too. Come on. The dog, bruh, you gotta handle that. The dog gotta handle that for real.
So you can see them coming in through the garage, at least 4, possibly 5. They get in.
Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask.
Into a guest bedroom as well. Now, the owner believes the suspects used a screwdriver to get the garage door open. He says they saw one camera and turned it, but did not see the other. The owner tells us he was watching TV when his dog barked. He also heard something on the roof. Thinking it was possibly a raccoon, he checked the security cameras, and that's when he saw someone inside. The video showed the suspects inside the garage going through drawers, cupboards, and closets, tearing things apart. The owner called 911, and officers told him to lock himself in the bathroom. He believes the suspects saw him, though, which is why they fled.
Wow. And if they would have encountered him, they would have gave him that work, man. They would have given him that work.
I was in panicking, so I leaned out my head out the bathroom, which looks out the living room, and if they were coming through there, they would.
And this is the problem with California and their gun laws. Dude, if somebody comes in my house, I'm doming all 4 of them, straight up. I'm pulling out the shotty and blamming them. No cap.
Would have saw me, and when we played the video back, there were 5 people just racing out, like fast. So they obviously saw me.
Another video shows police arrive at the scene. As of now, there isn't a detailed description of the suspects, but they appear to be young men. They all had their faces covered. Fortunately,
young men. No. They were young super and burrito gremlins on demon time.
the homeowner was not injured, but is very shaken up this morning and says the suspects were even taking pictures of themselves while going through the house. Now,
wow. Oh my God. Send the asteroid.
back here live, the owner does believe they got away with some items. He doesn't know what just yet. He still has to go through everything, and he tells me that he's going to get even more cameras and more lights since the
More cameras and more lights. No, you need to get more guns and more ammo.
this happened. Reporting live here in the Hollywood Hills, I'm Erin Myers. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo.
Whoa.
Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit
That's
on.
that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
Heartbroken community gathering tonight to remember a teenager murdered on a basketball court in Long Beach, shot and killed while trying to buy a cell phone. Eyewitness News reporter Joshua Patel is live in Long Beach tonight, where tears are still flowing. Joshua.
She tough.
Jory, the family says that they have no words. They're absolutely heartbroken, and Joshua was supposed to be turning 16 years old in a week. And today his friends and family remembered him as a kind and funny teenager.
Flowers and candles were brought all day on Sunday at the Carmelitos Community Center basketball court for 15-year-old Joshua Simmons.
My mom is obviously too broken to come out and say it herself, but she really appreciates all y'all prayers, words of support, donations, everything, spreading the word. This is a beautiful thing. I feel like Joshua really appreciate, like, I see people that I haven't seen in years, and it's crazy how he just brought everybody together.
Joshua's family.
Well, you know, that's what usually happens when somebody passes away. There is a gathering. But this is just demon time activities, you know, and he was trying to buy or sell a cell phone, it seems like. And I told you guys over and over again, when it comes to this in-person business, and look, man, And I'm telling you, the few are spoiling it for the many, because people are not going to trust super gremlin vendors anymore. Like, that's just what it is, and it's very unfortunate. Like, you're not finna meet up with a random brother on Facebook Marketplace or, I mean, people are still doing it sometimes, but you know, it's bad, man, because this is happening over and over and over again.
He says they're heartbroken about his life being cut short. They describe him as funny, helpful, and caring.
He was a little hustler. He'd always try to make money. That's all he really cared about, you know. And then he'll treat his friends to things and stuff like that. So he was always caring. He was pretty known around the area, is what I was told.
Long Beach police say that around 9:30 Friday night, they responded to the 1000 block of Via Wanda, where they found Joshua with multiple gunshot wounds to the upper body. Police say Joshua was trying to buy a phone when there was an altercation that ended up with Joshua getting shot. During the investigation,
and I'll tell you, there's two ways this could have went down, okay? He was trying to buy the phone, and he decided he didn't want to buy the phone, or he was trying to buy the phone. They pretty much didn't have the phone. They said, give me the money, and they shot him, which is more likely because they're the ones who brought the weapon, and it looks like Joshua went out there naked. So, like I said, man, you cannot... No meetups. If you are going to do business, make sure they ship the item, and once it arrives, you can cash app them or something. That's the only way, honestly. Seriously, or do it through PayPal so that you can file a claim if the item doesn't show up or whatever you got to do. But there's no way that I'm meeting up with any of these super gremlins on demon time.
A man contacted police and admitted his involvement in the shooting death of the victim.
My son is actually on a college tour when he found out. He was at the airport and he got the phone call, and they said that he just broke down on his knees and cried. He's taking it so hard. But I told him he has to let it live through him, you know. Go out there, take the tours, make sure you let Joshua live through you.
24-year-old Jose Bustamante Cardenas was arrested for Joshua's death. Many say Joshua had an impact on the other teens in his community.
The brother, if you know, is very quiet, but Josh is the different one. He's loud, he plays a lot, and he loves messing up with the boys and the girls at the same time. But he's very nice, he's very kind, and he's always there.
Joshua's family does have a GoFundMe to raise money for funeral expenses.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.